Hi, it's attorney Nate DeLadurantey here to talk about repossessions in Wisconsin. Now, there's this question that comes up, and people often ask, are there loopholes for repossessions that consumers can use to their advantage? Now, as a lawyer, I absolutely do not like the phrase loopholes. Why? Because it makes it sound like consumers are trying to cheat or game the system. When we talk about loopholes, I like to say it as there are rights that you as consumers have under the laws. Now, if your lenders or other people want to call them loopholes, they're free to use that language. I can't control them. But what I can do is help you understand your rights and enforce them. Again, if somebody else wants to call them a loophole, that's their problem. So let's jump right in. When we look at repossessions, there's this common one that we call a self-help repossession. This is where someone is coming after your vehicle and they haven't sued you. There's no court order. Now, certain loans in Wisconsin, depending on the dollar amount, entitled you to a pre-repossession notice. And those laws govern both the timing and the contents of that letter that they're required to send you. Now, if they send it out on the wrong timing, they don't put the right language in, they fail to comply with the law, they can conduct an illegal repossession. Now, frustrated lenders will often call this a loophole or a game that consumers get to play. That's dead wrong. The law requires certain things on their behalf, and if they don't comply with them, it's not a loophole, it's the law. Now, these laws also govern things like non-vehicles, campers, boats, RVs, equipment, UTVs, ATVs, furniture. I think you get the picture. A wide variety of things on these types of repossessions. Now, a repossession involves somebody called a repo man. This is the person that actually comes and gets the stuff. There are other laws that govern them, and we'll talk some more about potential claims in just a moment. But in doubt, make sure that you schedule a consult if you're curious to know whether you were entitled to receive a notice or if your notice complied with the law. We'll talk at the end about how to schedule that appointment. Now, what is a breach of peace? This is when the repo man is actually there. A breach of peace is not some form of a fight, people throwing things, firearms, police, none of that stuff. A verbal objection in Wisconsin is a simple no, don't take my car. You can say it nicely, you can holler it. Don't be rude. All you have to do is tell them to stop. If they do, they are required to stop the repossession. And if they don't, they've broken the law. Now, some lenders, some repo agents might call this a loophole under the law. That all you had to do is say no and they have to stop? The answer is yes. If you say no, they have to stop. And the reason why is obvious. We don't want this escalation of violence, someone to get hurt. Other things can be a breach of the peace as well. Use of force, shoving, pushing, threats of violence, threats of intimidation, involving the police, going into a locked garage or other locked or barricaded area. There's a host of things and interaction and conduct that may be a breach of peace with your repo man. When in doubt, call and schedule an appointment. Can you sue over these things? Certainly, yes. As you can tell from the screen, there's a variety of different laws. There's other federal laws that may govern repossession agents. So when in doubt, give us a call. We'll talk through those, explore your situation, and find out what we might be able to do to help. Now, let's talk about scheduling an appointment. Easiest way for most folks, at least how I like to schedule, is online. You can do that on our website. You'll have access to my calendar and set up a time that works for you. If you'd rather email or call my paralegal, Ethan Webb, you can do that as well. His contact information is on the screen. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to check out some of my other videos, or if you'd like, you can read further on our website. If you found this helpful, though, do leave us a like. We'd appreciate it. It helps other consumers find us for valuable information as well. Thanks.